Well, hello. Welcome back to Your Success DNA. Doing necessary actions and getting those daily needed attitude adjustments from YourSuccessAtLast.com. That motivational oomph you need every single day. Yeah, those core inspirational building blocks that help you get done what you need to get done. You meet? Well, I'm your host, Sergeant Major Motivation, Ace Brinkman. It's another beautiful May Monday, and wow. May. Whew. I mean, like, major wow. Think about it for a second. Year's nearly half over. OMG, right? Where's the time gone? How you doing on your goals this year? I know I asked this last week, but just think about it, right? Here we are, halfway through May, almost halfway through the year. Are you halfway to your goal? Have you met it? Right on. Even better. You haven't started. Oh, well, see, if you're still lagging in your peak potential, want to know how to start reaching the peak of your potential and start getting the results in your life that you want, you dream, you desire, and you deserve? Well, I have a program. It's a free 7-day e-coach program that I designed to do just that. But I don't want to focus on that right now. I'll tell you how to get to that at the end of the program. So, how do you feel? How do you want to feel? I ask this question every Monday to help you get your juices flowing, because so many people are walking around not feeling the way they want to feel, right? They have different feelings going on in their head and don't do anything to shift it. I mean, okay, they don't do anything to shift it, but a lot of times they're doing things like, complaining about how they feel. Well, that's putting a focus on the negative, right? Now, if you want to feel that way, right on, keep on feeling it. But if you don't, well, then you got to start pausing to take a minute to first realize it. How do you feel? And then how do you want to feel? Answering those questions and start taking the necessary actions, that DNA we talk about, to get there. Do you feel assertive? Yeah? Perhaps not always, but when you need to. Do you feel assertive? Do you feel selfish? What's funny is those that usually are selfish are the ones that don't feel selfish. You ever thought about that? In the fine art of finesse, we really get much better results when others perceive that we're being assertive versus selfish. And I don't mean domineering here, right? I just mean assertive, right? Either way, whether you're being assertive or selfish, you're letting others know what you want or what you need, right? So I guess the question becomes, why is there such a difference? I mean, assertive is a positive quality. It makes others feel good about helping you get what you want or what you need, right? On the other hand, selfishness, it tends to push people away, doesn't it? Right? Sometimes it makes them really want to keep you from getting what it is you want. They will strive to stop you in the process. So I wanted to spend a little time looking at the two, juxtapose them against each other. Let's start with selfish. When you appear selfish, it's like you're concerned with you. It's the you show, right? It's to your advantage, to the exclusion of the feelings, the wants, and the needs of everyone else around you. Heck, even everyone else that's not even around you. Your focus is completely on you. Like I said, it's the you show. You're probably, those, and I'm not saying you when I say you, I mean the ubiquitous you. People that are selfish are more often than not triggering negative feelings towards themselves from other people. Selfish people come off as demanding and even rude when they're behaving selfishly. So I'll give some examples, and then when we get down to the assertive side, I'll give what I will call the assertive examples of the same situation. So John and his friends are sitting around at the restaurant, John and his friends are at work. They're planning on going out to the restaurant later on, and John says, "Well, you know what? I'm hungry now. I don't want to wait 2 more hours to eat. Let's go to the restaurant right now." Who's he caring about? Yeah, he's caring about John and his rumbly tumbly, right? Another example, perhaps their friends are already at the restaurant, and Susan has ordered her meal, and it's received it, and doesn't like how the meat is cooked. So maybe she demands the restaurant demands that the waitress bring her a whole new entree, just because the meat wasn't cooked just right for her. Okay. And then lastly, perhaps they're leaving the restaurant, right? And it's raining, and they gotta go run into the car. Jane insists that she be the first to get into the car so that she doesn't get caught out in the rain, so her hair doesn't get wet. She didn't care about anyone else. They're standing in the rain too. They're getting just as wet as she is. All right? Now, let's flip this around, because, you see, and go to the assertive side. When you're assertive, you appear self-assured, right? You feel confident. People see you as confident, right? You're declarative. You're definite. You're empathetic, right? Remember that one. And you're positive about what it is you want, what it is you need to get done. People that are assertive might not like the way something has taken place. So they stand up for themselves, and they appropriately say what it is they need to get out of it, what it is they require, right? They don't have any malice towards other people, and they're not feeling frustrated about it. And if they are feeling frustrated, they're managing it, right? Where they're not dumping that frustration on everyone else. They're not flowing out with that negative feelings, right? Assertive people are simply asking for or stating what it is that they want to happen with confidence, and here's the key, with courtesy. All right. So let's go back to our examples of our friends at the office before they go to the restaurant. Let's say Jim. We don't want to use John because John's the selfish one, right? Let's say Jim. Jim, same situation. They're not going to go to the restaurant for a couple of hours yet. So Jim's he's hungry, right? So he says, "You know what? I'm pretty hungry. You know what, guys, I know we're not planning on going to the restaurant for a couple of hours, and if we're not going to go for a couple of hours, I'm going to go ahead and have a snack, maybe an apple and some cheese. Oh, grapes and cheese, my favorite, right? Anyone else want anything?" See, here Jim's saying, "You know what, I'm hungry now, but I know we're not leaving for a couple of hours. I'm going to have a snack. Anyone else want anything?" And here's the thing, he's saying out loud, "I'm going to go ahead and eat now, and if you guys don't want to eat now with me, i.e. a snack, or change your mind and let's go to the restaurant now, I'm going ahead and have a snack." All right? He's not offending anyone. He's actually offering to get a snack for other folks. All right, so let's go back to the in-restaurant example, and someone has received let's say a steak. It's not quite done. So let's use Gloria this time. All right, so Gloria's received her steak. She motions for the waitress. Can you come over here, please? See, I like my steak well done, and if you could please have the chef throw it on the grill for a couple more seconds so that it's well done, I'd really appreciate it. Right? Now, if you remember earlier, our selfish person was asking for a whole new entree. Gloria just wants her steak well done, right? And she said it courteously and actually gave step-by-step instructions on how to get it accomplished. Very easy. And on the way out the door, it's all raining, remember? All right? So Julie, she's concerned about her hair getting wet, but she has a reason. So she looks at her friends as her friends are getting ready to run to the car, and she says to Michelle, "No, Michelle drove, right? You know, I have a meeting right after this, so would you mind if I stayed right here and you could swing by and pick me up so my hair doesn't get wet?" Still, right? She's asking. She's not being over demanding. She's, taking into consideration the feelings of others, not jockeying for a position, not saying, "You know what, everyone else, you have to wait. I can't let my hair get ruined." But she's still being assertive in the fact that, hey, I've got a meeting today. I can't go there with flat hair. All right. So I guess the questions would be, if you think about each one of the examples, I'm sorry, I stumbled and bumbled them over a little bit. I was just kind of winging them off the top of my head. What would your natural reactions to be if you were that waitress? You know, when the first person was saying, "Hey, give me a whole entree," versus, "Hey, would you mind having the chef throw this on the grill for a few more seconds?" Considering the feelings of others really can make all the difference. regardless of what it is you're asking for, regardless of whether you're wanting to go to the restaurant 2 hours early, or get your steak made the way you want it to, or you don't want to get your hair wet in the rain, or you need to get a big task accomplished. Your own feelings, right, are just as important as everyone else's, and everyone else's feelings are just as important as yours. And it kind of helps determine when you're being selfish or assertive. You can determine whether you're acting selfish or assertive depending on how you're feeling when you're making a request. See, when people are feeling selfish, when people are reacting in a selfish way, they'll often find that they're experiencing negative feelings. More often than not, they're experiencing negative feelings. They can't figure out why others don't see that they're unhappy and not getting the attention that they deserve. Right? Why people don't understand that, huh? I don't know, right? They feel frustrated and they even get short-tempered. They want their way, they want what they want, and they're gonna get it, and they want it now. End of story, right? You can almost feel the frustration and the short-temperedness coming through with that, right? On the assertive side, or on the other hand, when you're feeling assertive, you're likely not feeling those negative feelings. You thought about what's going on. You realize the needs that you need to get done are not being met, so you stepped up and you stated them succinctly and without negativity, right? You have no negative, or I guess you could even say you don't have an agenda to get back at someone, or you don't have to be loud and demanding when you believe you need to get what you need to get done, right? You don't have any negative things going on. You don't have this hidden agenda because you're telling them. You're being clear and succinct about it. You feel that you can calmly state what it is you're after. It's clear. It's understandable. You just want to resolve the situation. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing selfish about that. See, I guess I wanted to share this so that you could use these points to determine whether you or your people around you are behaving selfishly or assertively. Strive to use assertiveness to help you accomplish your goals, right? It's May already, right? And here's the thing. You'll find you'll get them done much quicker with assertiveness than you will with selfishness. And let's be honest. I think we've all been guilty of being selfish from time to time. I know I'm raising my hand. I know I have. See, even if we don't express our thoughts out loud, right? We've been a little selfish internally, right? I know. Okay. I know I've been a little selfish from time to time, and even when I didn't say it out loud, I could feel that selfishness inside. I think the difference is what we do with those feelings and how we interact with others. Like I said, you can certainly use all these points I've given you to quickly determine whether you or anyone else is behaving selfishly or assertively, and make adjustments. Make adjustments within yourself. Help coach someone else to make adjustments within themselves. There's nothing wrong with stating what it is you want and taking care of your needs. But others are far more likely to respond positively if they sense that your goal is peaceful and cooperative versus overpowering and domineering. So I would say do a quick pulse check. I do a quick pulse check on my motivation. This helps me handle the conversations that might otherwise go in an uncomfortable direction. So I coach others to do that. Aim to use assertiveness to help you accomplish your life goals, and you'll find that you'll get what you want a whole lot quicker. Speaking of getting things done much quicker, as like I said earlier, I thought I'd tell you how to get your hands on the 7-Day E-Coach. So, go to yoursuccessatlast.com, get the 7-Day E-Coach. Make sure you reach your peak potential. That 7-Day E-Coach is your guide to reaching that peak potential. All you need is 7 days to start getting the results in your life that you want, that you dream, that you desire. You know what? And you deserve. So go to yoursuccessatlast.com, click on that banner, drop in your email, and get access right away. And start what I think is probably going to be the most important week of your life. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about not being a pushover. And with that, I'm going to leave you like I always do. Think successfully, take action. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.